Live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. I'm Alexander, you. We will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. Today is, of course, Saturday, aka Saturday. July 18th. Wow. I knew I'd fumble somewhere. 2026. This show is about interesting and important events that happened today throughout the annals of recorded history. We have a 31-page document to go through today. As soon as I find it, there it is. So let's get on with it, shall we? Starting us off in the year 477 BC, we have Battle of Cremera as part of the Roman-Etruscan Wars. Valley was ambushed and defeated, ambushed and defeated the Roman army. Can't read today. From the other source, we have a discrepancy. It says 447 BC. So we have a 30-year discrepancy here. We have the Battle of Cremera. Etruscan city V ambushed and defeated the Roman Republican army in one of the most unexpected and dramatic defeats in Roman history. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Golden Loon here. I'm doing great.
Excellent. So right out of the gate, we have one discrepancy, and
already
you can see we already have another coming up here. 390 BC, Roman Gaulish Wars, Battle of the Alia. Roman army was defeated by raiding Gauls, led to the subsequent sacking of Rome. Now, we have 387 BC, 3 years. First one was a 30-year discrepancy. Now we have a 3-year discrepancy. It says Roman Gaulish Wars, Battle of Alilla. A Roman army was defeated by raiding Gauls, leading to the subsequent sacking of Rome. It says the exact same thing on the other source, just a 3-year difference. Kind of weird. In the year 64, we have the Great Fire of Rome began under the Emperor Nero. Yep, in 362, Roman-Persian Wars. Emperor Julian arrived at Antioch with a Roman expeditionary force of 60,000 men and stayed there for 9 months to launch a campaign against the Persian Empire. 452, we had the sack of Aquileia. After an early defeat of the Catalonian plains, Attila laid siege to the metropolis of Aquileia and eventually destroyed it. 1195, Battle of Alarcos. Almohad forces defeated the Castilian army of Alfonso VIII and forced his retreat to Toledo. Holy Toledo. Just had to put that in there.
True.
Yeah. 1290, King Edward I ordered the expulsion of Jews from England. This edict will remain in place for 350 years.
Wow.
And other source says all Jews were banished, a number at around 16,000 from England. Now I wonder why. Why are we always told the ending of it? Do they mean to say that he just woke up one day and just, let's just kick out 16,000 people for no reason? There has to be a reason.
Reasons,
yeah. Well, I mean, if you listen to a certain people, their reason is, we're always at the bottom end of the shoe. Just out of the blue, all the time, every single time, we're just victims. No, you're not. You're instigators. 1323, Pope John the 22nd proclaimed theologian Thomas Aquinas a saint in Avignon. I wonder why. Philosopher and theologian. Apparently he's a saint, so okay. 1334, the Bishop of Florence blessed the first foundation stone for the new campanile, the bell tower of the Florence Cathedral, which was designed by artist Giotto di Bondone. And I do have an image for this. And this doesn't really do it justice, but this was the best one I could find for the thumbnail. But to truly get a scale of the structure, there we go. Look at that. Look how tall it is. That's enormous, dude.
Yeah.
What
year again?
1334.
Wow.
The first foundation stone.
Yeah.
The first foundation stone of this thing. Yeah.
They have that technology.
Yeah. No. 1389, France and England agreed to the Truce of Lillingham, inaugurating a 13-year peace, the longest period of sustained peace during the 100 Years' War. Epic. 1507, what is that? Sounds like some kind of car alarm.
Yeah, it sounds like kids playing outside or something. A whistle or something.
Well, they should probably stop. 1507, in Brussels, Prince Charles I was crowned Duke of Burgundy and Count of Flanders a year after inheriting the title. Okay. 1536, Pope's authority declared void in England because of, King Henry VIII, I think, the Church of England and all that stuff. Protestantism, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. 1555, the College of Arms was reincorporated by royal charter signed by Queen Mary I of England and King Philip II of Spain. Pretty interesting. Like, what does Spain have anything to do with this? What has Spain got to do with this? Got to do with it? I'm sorry, I had to. Like,
Spain has nothing to do with that song.
Yeah, but what does it
What love got to do with it?
Yes, I know. But what's Spain have to do with the Royal College of Arms of England?
I don't know.
Well, what's love got to do with it either? What's Spain got to do with it?
Oh, God.
Anyway, that's a picture, I think, of the courtyard of that building. So,
okay.
Yeah. 1572, Provisional States of Holland recognized William I of Orange as Stadtholder of Holland, Friesland, and Utrecht at a gathering of Dordrecht. Okay. 1716, decree ordered all Jews expelled from Brussels. Here we go again. Why? We're never told, what the start of it is. 1723, Johann Sebastian Bach led the first performance of his cantata, Erforschen mich Gott und entfahre mein Herz, BWV 136 in Leipzig on the 8th Sunday after Trinity. No idea what the heck any of that meant. 1743, first half-page newspaper ad was published, advertisement, in the New York Weekly Journal. I could not find an image depicting that, but, here we go.
Yeah.
Half a page, advertisement, and all that stuff. So, what else we got here? 1753, Lamell Haynes escaped from slaveholder Farmingham in Massachusetts. Excellent. 1766, Society of the Dutch Literary Forum. I'm going to do a surface level scratch of this article to see. Okay, here we go. So, Dutch Literary Society. Okay. If anybody wants to learn more about this, let's see. Society of
Literary, huh?
Dutch Literary. Yeah, something to do with literature and all that stuff. Like, this is, here we go. It is an exclusive literary society. The MNL was established in Leiden in 1766 and is still located there. At the moment, the society has approximately 1,600 members, mainly, although not exclusively, Dutch scholars. New members can only be elected after they are introduced by existing members. The MNL has 2 regional branches for the northern and the southern part of the Netherlands, and also a representative in South Africa. King William Alexander is a patron of the MNL. So I guess he's the current king of the Netherlands right now. So, and of course, there's the Afrikaners, which are the Dutch descendant people born in South Africa.
Yeah.
Now they're called the Afrikaners, or something like that. So that's why they have a representative in South Africa. So that's very interesting. Let's see here. For links to this and like everything else that we gather throughout the show, it will be in the underbar description below after the live stream. We already have a cool bunch of stuff down there already. Including but unlimited to all things on the coalition, our sources, the music in the background, and a handful of other nifty little things. Moving on up to 1768, Boston Gazette published Liberty Song, the America's first patriotic song in 1768, and I do have it, believe it or not.
Let me hear a little bit of it. Okay, never heard it before, so okay, good.
Well, it's from 1768, yeah. So, let's see here.
Was that a British flag I saw, or is that...
Yes, because remember, we were loyal to the crown until, like, the last year.
Yeah.
And this was in 1768.
So we hadn't declared independence.
No, but we were, like, it was Liberty Song, our first patriotic song.
Yeah.
Patriotic to Britain,
Yeah.
And they were foolish. They let us go. So...
Well, they should have put us on an equal plane, and they didn't want to do that.
Yeah, well, too little,
That's
too
what we
late.
basically asked for.
Yeah, we just no taxation without representation. I'm going to put that link into here, the music channel right there. It's an interesting song, actually. 1801, HMS investigators set off on a voyage to determine if New Holland, Australia, is one island or two, under the command of Matthew Flinders, with botanist Robert Brown and artist Ferdinand Bauer and William Westall aboard. So that's interesting. So we know it as Terra Australis, Australia. But also New Holland.
Yeah.
1806, a gunpowder magazine explosion in Bergu, Malta killed around 200 people. Yikes. 1812, the treaties of Orebro ended both the Anglo-Russian and Anglo-Swedish wars. That's awesome. So 2 for 1. Pretty cool for a treaty right there. Treaties of Orebro. Orebro. So let's check this out here. Treaty of Orebro. Throw that there, right here. They were signed on the same day, but in Orebro, Sweden, negotiated by British Prime Minister Plenipotentiary in Sweden, Edward Thornton. They formally ended the Anglo-Russian War from 1807 to 12, and the Anglo-Swedish War, 1810 to 12, neither of which had seen serious military action. Huh. Okay. That's cool. What else we got here? 1814, British captured Prairie du Chien in Wisconsin during the War of 1812, and is that some building, a town? You know, hold on a second. Let me look this up. Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. Okay, it's a city. Oh. So they captured that city. Okay. In 1817, Selkirk Treaty. Lord Selkirk signed the agreement with 5 chiefs of Santok and Cree nations for land use either side of Red and for land use either side, just written weirdly, of Red and Assinabine rivers. First agreement in Western Canada recognizing Indigenous land rights. It's pretty cool.
You ended up taking it anyways.
Well, you know,
that's
what we white people do. But see, the treaty was between Lord Selkirk, a British lord in 1817, and the native peoples. This treaty was meant to be an agricultural settlement agreement for the British. Selkirk told the natives they were being selfish by not giving up their land to the British, and that is why the treaty was made.
Wow.
They're being selfish for not giving it up. Oh, fuck you.
Wow,
you know?
wow.
You know, the British...
We are asses.
Yeah. Well, especially the British, so... 1841, Pedro II, at the age of 15, formally crowned Emperor of Brazil after a 10-year regency. So he'd already been reigning for 10 years since he was 5. I guess by 15 he's old enough to actually lead. 1853, completion of Grand Trunk Line. Trains began running over the first North American railroad between Portland, Maine, and Montreal. That's epic.
Yeah.
Let's look over here. So. Oh yeah, these images, like, you know, this was the, I guess that's a map of the land or something of that the Native American thing. So, let's look this up here. By the way, I want to quiz you. Does this image look AI?
It looks like a painting to me.
It is AI. Want me to tell you the first sign?
What?
Look at the text.
Smoke?
Look at the text.
Oh. Okay.
Like AI just it's the smoke, yes. I mean, like, you know, it trails this way and then it trails that way. You know, it almost looks like it's coming from over there.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another tell. But rule of thumb, always look at text first. They're getting a little better, but I mean, you can still see. You know, 1890 what? What the hell is that? You know, 98.
18. Well, I'm too
August,
far away.
August 12th.
1888.
Well, what does it say right here? 79.
79, yeah.
So
that's or 38. I can't see it. I'm way too far away.
No. It's not any number. Like, that's the point. It's jumbled. It's an AI image.
Ah, okay.
So as is this. Like there's something, like there's a color and there's something to it, and also
it's too defined for a painting.
Yes.
Although that is capable, but not generally done.
But also, like, this train. Like, look at the tracks.
Yeah.
Why is that guy on the tracks? Where is the train going? Where is it coming from? How did it get to be here?
Yeah.
You know? So.
But a painting would do the same thing. Why is that guy on the track and the steam's going and all that?
Well, somebody wouldn't paint some guy on the track there, is the point. 1857, Louis Flaterhabe, French governor of Senegal, arrived to relieve French forces at Cays, effectively ending El Hajj Umar Tal's war against the French. 1862, the first ascent of Dent Blanche, one of the highest summits in the Alps. 1 year later, we have the Battle of Fort Wagner in South Carolina. Second assault, according to primary source, you know, right here. Other source, during the U.S. Civil War, Second Battle of Fort Wagner, one of the first formal black stadium military units, the 54th Massachusetts Volunteer Infantry, supported by several white regiments, attempted an unsuccessful assault on Confederate-held Battery Wagner. That's, you know, have you seen the movie, what was it? It's not called Honor. or something. What's it called? Civil War movie. Civil War movie.
Well, we just saw one.
What do you mean one?
Wasn't actually a Civil War. What did we just see at the movie?
Oh, Washington, Young Washington. No, I'm talking about the U.S. Civil War. Civil War movie.
I'm trying to think of what we saw. Yeah, I opened my mouth before I thought about it.
White guy leads black regiment. There's a word. There's. Oh, there it is.
There's what's his name? The actor.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. He's in Glory. That's it, Glory right here. Have you seen Glory?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's such a good movie. It is a really good movie.
You're gonna have to show me how to get on movies and watch them.
Yeah. 1864, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln asked 500,000 volunteers for military service. 1870, Pope Pius IX and the First Vatican Council officially proclaimed the concept of papal infallibility. Infallibility.
Oh.
Wow.
Thank you, that's better.
Infallibility. Well, they're infeeble.
Infallibility.
Infallibility. Gee, how self-serving.
Infidelity is a little different.
No, I said infability, not infidelity.
Oh, okay.
That's something else. 1872, the Ballot Act introduced a secret ballot in elections in Britain. Previously, votes were made openly. So, yeah.
That's never good.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Because you can be intimidated really easy.
Well, also, if we normalize not talking about who we voted for, there's no way for the masses to hold the counters accountable. They can literally make up any numbers they want, and nobody knows the wiser. You know, even Joseph Stalin said it's not the vote that matters, it's he who counts the votes that does.
I know.
You know? So, like, we gotta normalize talking about, like, you know, like, especially if you disagree with people.
Well, talking about it's one thing, but
well, nobody talks about anything, is my point. You know? Like, if you support somebody, why are you so afraid of talking about it?
Who's afraid to talk about somebody you support?
Well, but that's one of the taboos. You never talk about, you know, religion. You never talk about this. You never talk about that. You never talk about who you vote for. That's just one of our unspoken rules
I don't know.
in society. Yes, you like at the dinner table. It's always like nobody ever talks about politics. Otherwise, people are going to get mad because
you don't want fighting in the family or friends.
That only happens if
dinner.
people are too immature to handle their opinions. You know, if people actually acted like adults, we'd be able to handle these conversations. But no.
Very true.
So, but see, that's what I'm trying to go for. We should be able to openly talk about things without the risk of fights, because people should grow up entirely. 1882, MLB Louisville Eclipse pitcher Tony Milan was the first to pitch right-handed and then left-handed. Huh. All right. 1892, first human test of a vaccine against cholera. Ukrainian bacteriologist Vladimir Hafikin risked his life by successfully testing it on himself. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. 1893, Australian Harry Graham scored 107 on cricket debut, Australia versus England at Lord's. And we also have George Griffin was the first to complete 1,100 double in 30th Test cricket. So we have a back-to-back there. Wait a minute, we have a third one here. Actually, yeah. 1896, Indian-born K.S. Ranjit completed an unbeaten 154 on Test cricket debut for England in second Test against Australia at Old Trafford. Wow. 1897, Cap Anson was the first to get 3,000 hits. Is that baseball?
Yeah.
Okay. 1912, Chicago Cubs got 21 hits, but lost to Philadelphia Phillies in 11 innings. 1913, MLB New York Giants pitcher Christy Mathewson gave up a walk for the first time in 69 innings.
Wow.
1914, Indian civil rights Mahatma K. Gandhi left South Africa after successfully leading campaigns on passive resistance, returning to India. Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma, not Mahatma. Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi.
1914 as well, U.S. Army Air Service first came into being in the Signal Corps. The U.S. Congress formed the Aviation Section U.S. Signal Corps, giving official status to aircraft within the U.S. Army for the first time. So, this is like first official, at least in the United States, like air military service thing, And the Air Force remained in the Army until 1945 or 46. Because it used to be USAAF, United States Army Air Force, and then the Air Force became its own thing later on.
Right.
And then it would be like about 70, 80 years later where the fourth branch, the Space Force, came into being.
That was Trump's deal, wasn't it?
Yeah. We're gonna make a space force. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make China make it, and then Mexico pay for it. It's gonna be the best space force in the world. I tell you that. 15. During World War I, the Second Battle of Isonzo began with Kingdom of Italy offensive against Austria-Hungary, ending 2.5 weeks later with over 91,000 combined casualties, meaning dead and wounded casualties. So, not just dead. 1921, Babe Ruth achieved 139 home runs with an MLB record 575-foot hit to become the all-time home run leader in Major League Baseball, taking the title from Roger Connor. Dude, the way he ate, like...
Yeah.
Dude, like, you know, people just aren't built like that anymore, you know? Black Sox trial began in Chicago in 1921 as well. I'm just going to do a service level scratch.
You know he grew up in an orphanage?
I did not, but now I do. Like, any more to that, or just a random trivia? Okay. Black Sox scandal. Let's put that link here. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, the game-fixing thing. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Black Sox scandal was a game-fixing scandal in Major League Baseball in which 8 members of the Chicago White Sox were accused of intentionally losing the 1919 World Series against the Cincinnati Reds in exchange for payment from a gambling syndicate, possibly led by organized crime figure Arnold Rothstein. There is strong evidence both for and against Rothstein's involvement. However, there is no conclusive indication that the syndicate's actions were directed by or involved organized crime. So, for more reading on this, this link will be in the underbar description, 10 minutes or so after the live stream. 23, British House of Lords accepted new divorce law. I'm going to look that up here really quick. What's this Divorce, Dissolution, and Separation Act? But that's 2020. I'm in 1923.
Yeah.
So this is something else. 24, KPD pointed out Roth's Front Camper Fund against Nazi. I'm going to look that up, too. What is this? Rotor Front Camper Fund.
No idea.
Oh, so I guess he's a guy.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's an organization. Okay, so...
That sounds
So
like
KPD pointed out that this organization is against the Nazis. Okay. German far-left paramilitary organization. Oh, they're far-left. They'd be so pro-Nazi. 24 as well, U.S. Vice Consul Robert Ermey was killed after being attacked by a mob who possibly thought he had poisoned a well in Tehran, Persia, prompting an international incident. Yikes. 25, Adolf Hitler published Mein Kampf. Original title was a catchy 4.5 years of struggle against lies, stupidity, and cowardice. 1 century ago, in 1926, a South Africa author and journalist, Herman Charles Bosman, shot and killed his stepbrother, David Russell, during a quarrel. Jeez. 27, Tchaikovsky's 4,000th MLB career hit. That's a lot of hits.
A lot of hits.
31, first air-conditioned ship, the Mariposa, launched. And I actually have one of these 2 ships. I don't know which one, but the Mariposa. And I guess they're there to refuel.
Oh, both. Oh, man, that one's bigger than the other one.
Well,
the other one I saw was off to the right.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
You didn't even see this guy here?
I didn't see that in the beginning.
Wow. But yeah, no, if I look up this, there's that image right there.
Yeah.
So it's this ship. That's the first ship with air conditioning.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
32, Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands signed the Ouchy Convention. Ouchy Convention? Like 1932 right here. O-U-C-H-Y. Ouchy. Oh, I have a boo-boo. Can you kiss it? It will make it feel better. Yeah, they signed the Ouchy Convention, a customs treaty. Okay, I'm going to look this up here really quick. Ouchy Convention. Hey, let's see here. It was negotiated in Ouchy, Switzerland on June of 1932, but signed in Geneva on July 18th, 32, between the 2 blue countries, Belgium and Luxembourg, BLEU. Oh, okay, BL, Luxembourg, EU, whatever, I don't know. And the Netherlands. At the convention, the 3 countries agreed to a grand reduction of economic barriers and the creation of a customs union. The convention was based on the Oslo Agreements of 1930 and aimed, in addition, at the reduction of trade tariffs. Okay. So, Ouchy Convention. Why can't I spell convention? There we go. Oh, damn it. There we go. Okay. What else we got here? 1932, U.S. and Canada signed a treaty to develop the St. Lawrence Seaway. Okay. 35, Amsterdam City Council accepted city growth plan through the year 2000. So, man, they're planning ahead.
That's 65 years.
Yeah, they're thinking of the year 2000, 1935?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. 36, Charles Lucky Luciano was sentenced to 30 to 50 years in state prison. Doesn't sound so lucky to me. 36, during the Spanish Civil War, General Francisco Franco issued manifesto and led an uprising in the Spanish army stationed in Morocco. So, yep, like this is when he started, this whole... We spoke about when it started yesterday and everything. 38, Douglas Wrongway Corrigan arrived in Ireland after a 28-hour flight, supposedly leaving New York, flying for California. We covered when he took off yesterday, earning the nickname Wrong Way.
Yeah.
1940, Democratic Convention nominated FDR for a historic third term on his way to 4.
Yeah.
41, Mom's Time, although this is a terrible, when's Mom's birthday? Another week or so?
She's already had it.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you tell me?
I'm just thinking about it. Hold on.
It's the 18th.
Yeah. Shoot. I'm just trying to think of...
Okay, well, we got to keep on going here.
Yeah.
This is a terrible Mom's Time.
Terrible. I got to look it up now.
Yeah, Nazi SS drowned 40 Jews in Dvina River, Belarusia. Yikes. 42, first legal New Jersey horse race in 50 years, Garden State Park track open. 42 as well, we have the first performance of chorus number 6 and chorus number 11 by Heitor Villa-Lobos, with the composer conducting Orquestra Sinfónica do Teatro Municipal in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. How'd you go from 6 to 11? What is this, Windows? 1942, test flight of German Messerschmitt Me-262 using only its jet engines for the first time. The world's first operational jet-powered fighter aircraft, makes the first flight with the jet engines. So, here's, look this up here on image search. There it is right there, taking off and everything. So, right there. The world's first operational jet aircraft made its first successful all-jet flight, heralding a new era of aviation technology that would define post-war military aircraft.
Yeah.
Yep. That's wild. And you want to see why this is an AI image right here?
Okay.
First off, the tail appears to be off and merging with the wing over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is there a propeller at the nose? If it's a jet. True. Okay. And this wing looks like it's coming out, but it's coming out from behind. And there's like another, just a thing here, And it almost looks like the pilot's sitting backwards.
I can't see that.
It's
yeah,
so
I see what you're saying.
Terrible AI image. What else do we got here? 1942, during World War II, during the Massacre Massacre in Norway, 15 Norwegian paramilitary guards helped members of the SS to kill 288 political prisoners from Yugoslavia. Yikes. Every article about the Germans is yikes around this time. 43, Giants and Phillies Strand record 30 base runners. New York won 10-6. Wow. That's a lot of stranded base runners. 1944, Arn Anderson ran world record 1 mile in 4 minutes, 1.6 seconds before they broke the 4-minute mile. 1944, Hideki Jojo resigned as the position of Prime Minister of Imperial Japan after losing the support of Emperor Hirohito in the face of all the numerous setbacks of the war effort. Loon's time!
Hey.
Except it's a year later, 1947, British sees Exodus 1947 ship of Jewish immigrants to Palestine. Yeah, they're trying to prevent a colonization. It's 47 as well. King George VI signed Indian Independence Act. I'm going to look this up here really quick. Sounds interesting. Come on, there we go. 1947, yep, all right. What does this entail? It is an act of this that partitioned British India into the 2 new independent dominions of India and Pakistan. Oh, wow. Oh, that definitely is independence.
Yeah.
Indian Independence Act 1947.
And now we have 2 nuclear countries that don't like each other.
Yeah.
Point their nuclear weapons at each other. Great.
Yeah, well, at least both sides are equal. The same thing can't be said, between Israel and whatever else they want to fire at. 1947, MLB Detroit Tigers shut out Yanks 2-0, ending New York's 19-game winning streak. We also have U.S. began administering trust territory on Pacific Islands. What does that mean? Trust territory of Pacific Islands.
I don't know.
So do a surface level scratch test territory. Okay. So, okay. Micronesia, administered by the United States from 1947 to 1994. The Imperial Japanese South Seas Mandate had been seized by the U.S. during the Pacific War, as Japan had administered the territory since the League of Nations gave Japan a mandate over the area from Imperial Germany after World War I. Oh, wow. So, all these world courts, everything, just too much power. Way too much power. So, trust territory, Pacific Islands. All right. 47 as well, U.S. President Harry Truman signed Presidential Succession Act. Let's look this up now. So Presidential Succession Act. What does this, mean? Congress may by law provide for the case of removal, death, resignation, or inability both of the President and Vice President, declaring what officer shall then act as President, and such officer shall act accordingly until a disability be removed or a President shall be elected. Okay, that makes sense. So, Perez.
Well, we already have a line of succession, at least after the president.
Well, that's probably after this. This is 47.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So we probably
Maybe, because right now, if both of them were gone, president, vice president, the leader of the House of Representatives becomes president. It's not pro tem. Until his term's up, he becomes president.
Huh. Well, this was United States federal statute. Congress has enacted a Presidential Succession Act on 3 occasions: 1792, 1886, and 1947. The 1947 Act was last revised in 2006. But that's way too recent to be talking about what you're talking about.
That was way before.
Yeah.
Been there a long time. Let's put it that way.
Well, maybe this is the one that you're thinking of, because this is
maybe.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what they're saying completely.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, what else we got here? 1948, Pat Siri of Chicago White Sox hit 4 home runs in an 11-inning game. 51, Jersey Joe Walcott knocks out Ezzard Charles in 7 rounds, becoming at the age of 37 the then oldest world heavyweight champion at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I wonder who the oldest heavyweight champion is now. So, 51 as well, Jersey Joe. We got that one. 51. Did I? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Cover that one. We got this one. We got that one. Okay. 51 as well. Uruguay adopted its constitution. Cool.
Good.
53. Elvis Presley paid $3.98 dollars. I guess $3.98 to make his first demo at Sun Studio in Memphis, recording "My Happiness" and "That's When Your Heartaches Began," and reportedly gave the record to his mother as a belated birthday present.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
54. The Cardinals, losing 8-1 to the Phillies, began stalling in the 5th. They forfeited the game. Yeah, don't drag it on, guys. Come on, that's not nice. 55. The first electric power generator from atomic energy sold commercially. We covered that yesterday. So this is when they started raking in the money. 58. The 6 British Empire Games and Commonwealth Games opened in Cardiff, Wales. 59. The Nun Story, based on the novel by Catherine Hulme, starring Audrey Hepburn, premiered in Los Angeles. Yeah. We also have William Bill Wright became the first black Canadian to win a major golf tournament, the U.S. Amateur Public Links Championships. And when I first read that, earlier today while marking in all my articles, reminded me of this scene from Family Guy.
Is this really necessary? I can't hardly see anything.
Hey, look, it's President Nixon. Oh, wait, it's a black guy. No, it's Nixon.
That's so bad. 1960, the first UN troops reached the Congo. Why are they there? But then again, it's the Congo. So it's just, Africa being Africa. 1960 as well, Baseball's National League voted to add Houston and New York franchises. What did they become? You know the teams by offhand?
Yeah, they became the Houston Colt 45.
Oh, yeah.
Then they changed it to the Houston Astros.
Okay. And then what about the New York franchise?
New York Mets.
Okay. 1961, Commissioner Ford Frick ruled Babe Ruth's record of 60 home runs in 154 games sitched in 1927 must be broken in first 154 of 162 games. Okay. We also have 62 Minnesota Twins, Bob Allison and Harmon Killebrew hit grand slams in first inning, and Harmon Killebrew connected in a club record 11-run first inning.
Wow.
Wow, that's incredible. But, like, were they separated at birth? They have 2 different last names. How can they be twins?
Oh.
I had to. 63, United Nations Special Committee on Apartheid released its second interim report pressing for international sanctions against South Africa, particularly the supply of arms, ammunition, and petroleum. 64, race riot in Harlem, New York City. Riot spread to Bedford Stuyvesant in Brooklyn. 1 year after that, Zond 3 launches to fly by the moon and entered solar orbit. 66, Carl Sagan turned 1 billion seconds old. Who the hell is Carl Sagan?
Oh, you don't know Carl Sagan?
No. It says astronomer, so I should know
he
him.
did a whole program. Well, you're way too young. You weren't born. He did a whole thing on...
Oh, is this the billions and billions of stars guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the billions and billions.
Yeah, okay. So he turned 1 billion seconds old on this date in 1966.
He's the billions guy. So.
Ah, okay, now I understand. 1966, Gemini 10 launched John Young and Michael Collins. Okay, that sounds like a nothing article. Human spaceflight, according to other source, Gemini 10 was launched from Cape Kennedy on a 70-hour mission that included docking with an orbiting Agena target vehicle. It's a lot more substantial there.
So now I need to know, how old do you have to be a billion seconds old?
Well, let's see here.
Kind of going backwards, but we got to know.
Billion seconds.
Equals how many years?
Orders of magnitude. Seconds in years. Okay, let's see here. Million versus billion versus trillion. Okay, here we go.
Only want to... You won't live a trillion seconds.
How long is a million seconds? 11 days. A billion seconds. 31.7 years.
Okay, so he turned 30... In his 31st and 7 months. So
I hit my billion seconds.
Yeah.
Now, do you know how much...
I'm over 2, heading for 3.
Yeah. Now, a trillion seconds is 31,689 years.
Yeah, isn't that a big difference?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can live 1,000.
I wonder what the rate... It's for a million seconds is 11.5 days, a billion seconds is 31.7 years, and a trillion seconds is 31.689
years.
1,000 years.
32,000 years.
Yeah. Well, no. What I'm saying is 31.7, 31.6.
Yeah.
Versus 1.5. So, I'm just looking at the pattern here.
Yeah.
So.
0.68, we should have gone up to 7, the same as the other one.
Should it have, or is it already rounded up?
I don't know.
1966, a racially charged incident in a bar sparked the 6-day Hugh riots in Cleveland, Ohio. 1,700 Ohio National Guard troops intervened to restore order. Yikes. 67 as well, silver hit a record $1.87 an ounce in New York. So, $1.87.
Yeah.
68, Intel Corporation was founded in Santa Clara, California. Discrepancy, other source says Mountain View, California.
Yeah.
So, which one? 69, Joe Namath agreed to sell interest in Bachelor's 3 to stay in NFL. What? Why?
Well,
what's going on?
He was a quarterback.
Okay, what's Bachelor's 3?
And that was some kind of a TV show.
Oh, it was bar.
Oh, it was a bar.
What the hell?
We've talked about that before.
But why? Why does it matter that he has a bar? What the fuck?
I don't know. There's something about alcohol and bars and betting and all that. So
that's bullshit.
I know.
This is the United States of America. You're supposed to be free to do certain things. What the fuck?
The NFL is a private enterprise. They can have their own rules. If you don't like it, you don't have to be in the NFL.
That's
same
so
with
stupid.
baseball. Same with.
Well, then I'm happy that I don't support any of these professional sports bullshits anyway. 1970, Arthur Brown arrested for stripping on stage in Palermo, Sicily. Palermo or Palermo? Palermo?
Palermo, I think.
But there's no R in this one. Unless they haven't. I have caught them doing spelling mistakes.
It's Palermo.
Yeah, I know there's Palermo, but is there a Palermo? There could be a Palermo. I don't know.
Palermo's in Sicily.
I know where Palermo's at. I'm not saying there's no such thing as Palermo. 1970.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's no such thing as Palermo, Sicily. I'm saying, what if there is a different city called Palermo?
I got it.
So, Anyway, San Francisco Giants outfielder Willie Mays became the 10th baseball player to get 3,000 hits. And every time I see this picture, it reminds me of you. Whenever you're trying to find your glasses.
You always say that.
I can't find my glasses. It's the foggiest. I have the foggiest idea. 1970 as well. San Francisco, we got that one. San Francisco Giants second baseman Ron Hunt got hit by a pitch for a record 119th time.
Oh, geez, that's not a record you want.
No, that's painful.
He must really crowd the plate or something.
Yeah. 71, 15th Tour de France. Eddie Merckx of Belgium won third straight Tour general classification as well as points and combination categories. This was, I think this was removed from primary source. I'm not sure. Anyway, 72, 200,000 people attended the Mount Pocono Rock Festival. Egyptian President Anwar Sadat threw out 20,000 Russian military aides. Mike Proctor, 873 with a hat trick, plus 51 and 102. Glaucus versus Essex. Obviously cricket. So, the 100th British soldier to die in the Northern Ireland Troubles was shot by a sniper in Belfast. I wonder how many Irish people were killed fighting for their freedom, though. They only recorded the deaths of the oppressors, not the people being oppressed. Free Ireland. 74, the world's tallest structure, a 646-meter Polish radio mast, was completed.
Wow.
And, you can't tell. Like, this doesn't do it justice.
Well, if you look at the trees down below, you get an idea.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's no sense of, well, here we go.
Yeah.
So there's the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, God.
And then there's this.
Look at that.
Like, it's just gargantuan. There's the pyramid. Well, it's just...
The Eiffel Tower's a good comparison, though.
Oh, wow. There's it next to the Burj Khalifa, so it's no longer the world's tallest structure.
No.
Like
that is, though.
The Burj Khalifa right here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, it's the tallest building. There's a difference between a building and a structure.
True.
A structure is just a structure.
Yeah.
A building is determined by it being inhabitable.
Yeah.
So... what else do we got here? 1975, a jury cannot decide the trial of Dave Forbes of Boston Bruins, the first athlete indicted for excessive violence during play. Criminal charges are not pursued, and a $1 million settlement is reached with injured Minnesota North star Henry Boca. Yikes. 76, Nadia Comasati at the age of 14 became the first gymnast in Olympic Games history to score a perfect 10.
I remember when she did that.
Doing so 7 times at the Montreal Games.
Nadia Comaneci.
All right. 77, Vietnam became a member of the UN. 78, Egyptian and Israeli forces began 2 days of talks. 79, the price of gold hit a record $303.85 an ounce in London. I bet you wish it was that cheap again. Then again, if it was, then the whole world would be in a lot better place. 79, a landslide occurred on the Ireland volcano in Indonesia, triggering a tsunami that killed over 530 people and left 700 missing. Yikes. 1980, Billy Joel's Glass House album topped the U.S. charts, featuring It's Still Rock and Roll to Me. 80 as well, U.S. federal court, it doesn't say U.S., it just says federal court, voids Selective Service Act as it does not include women. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Rohini 1, the first Indian satellite launched into orbit. I have a photo of that too, right here.
Ooh,
the first Indian satellite. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, they can be self-reliant. So
were they on that satellite, those girls?
No. But they probably will be eventually. So, depends on what the satellite's for. 81, Polish Communist Party expelled former party leader Edward Gierek, blaming him for the rise of the Solidarity movement.
Oh, that was Lewinsky, or Lewenska.
Ah.
Black Lewinsky. What is his name?
Well, he wasn't a communist.
No, he was a leader of the...
Oh, the Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Lech Walensky or something.
Lewenska, I think. Something like that, yeah.
82, British Open Men's Golf, Royal Troon, Stadium Tom Watson won his fourth Open Championship. One stroke clear of Peter Usurithus and Nick Price, removed from primary source. 82, 260 Guatemalan campesinos, or peasants or country people, were slain in the Pandy Sanchez massacre. They killed the poor people. Stupid.
Man.
83, despite being in first place to tie in National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies, 43-42, fired their manager, Pat Corrales, replacing him with GM Paul Owens, eventually going to the World Series, losing to Baltimore ultimately. 84.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Never mind.
84, 21 people were killed and 19 were injured in a massacre in McDonald's restaurant in San Ysidro, California, and ended with the shooting of its perpetrator, James Oliver Huberty. So we have the McDonald's massacre in San Ysidro, California. James Oliver Huberty killed 21 people and injured 19 others before himself being shot dead by police. Yep.
San Ysidro is a nice area, too.
Apparently not. Walter Mondale won the Democratic Party presidential nomination in San Francisco. It must have been a complete piece of shit, if it's out of San Francisco, knowing that place. Was he any good? Apparently he was the vice president at some point.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, he lost to whoever. Reagan, I think.
84?
Was Reagan president in 84?
Not
sure.
Like, who was president before Clinton? H.W.?
Yeah, the father.
Yeah, H.W.
Yeah.
Okay. And then before him?
Oh, man.
Would have been Reagan?
Yes, I think so. Because he was... the father was the vice president of
Okay.
Reagan.
Okay, well, this is 84, so it has to be Reagan.
Yeah.
Oh. 86, videotapes released showing Titanic's sunken remains. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to image search this. I looked this up on YouTube before. No, not that one. But all it gave me was shorts. I don't want shorts. Like, I want normal videos.
Yeah.
So, but I suppose, these are clips from the videos and everything. Now, what's really haunting is, like, there's a lot of, videos and images and everything. Man, look at all those golden rings and all that stuff. But of all the debris on the floor. But you never see bones. You never see clothes. You only see shoes. Well, there were people in those shoes. Everything dissolved.
Yeah.
So, like, if you ever see a picture of the Titanic debris and their shoes, know that that's where there was a body, but everything has been dissolved and eaten by bottom feeders, and all that's left are the shoes to show where they last were. So, what else do we got here? AO's time, 1987. Can I get through my life in 12 minutes?
No.
Molly Yard elected new president of National Organization for Women. Okay. New York Yankees Don Mattingly tied record of home runs in 8 consecutive games. 88, Abu Nadal terrorist killed 9 on the cruise ship City of Poros. Shooting began on the James Bond film License to Kill. 1989, 48 centimeters of rainfall at Rockport, West Virginia. This is their state record. What is centimeters to freedom units? Let's see here, centimeters to inches. Let's see here. It says 18.89 inches, so over a foot. That's a lot of rain.
Way over a foot.
Yeah. Well, by 6 inches, so a foot and a half.
Yeah. Foot and a half.
Yeah, foot and a half. 91, the Florida Marlins logo was unveiled. Let's take a look at this really quick, just to, showcase their logo. Oh, here we go. 93 to 2011. That was their logo. And then 2012 to 16, there, and then now there. Well, this is Florida Marlins. Now it just says Miami. I mean, we know Miami's in Florida, but there might be a Miami in Kansas,
Well,
like,
except, like the Los Angeles Dodgers, they don't put California Dodgers.
well, aren't they the Los Angeles? Well, no, that's something else. I was thinking about the
Angels?
Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles or some bullshit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What else do we got here? In 1992, the 10 victims of the La Cantuta Massacre disappeared from their university in Lima, Peru. A picture of the Les Horribles Cornetas was taken, which became the first ever photo posted to the World Wide Web. And there
you go.
Whatever happened is always like, oh, men rule the world, men do this, men do that. Well, the first image ever online was a bunch of women. So much for the patriarchy. It was nothing but, bullshit to begin with. 94, Kiss from a Rose, released by Seal, later receiving the Grammy Record of the Year and Song of the Year. And it's this song right here. It's a really good song.
Who was it released by?
Seal.
Seal.
Like Seal, Navy SEAL.
Or Seal the Deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that song. No, I never knew their name, son of a gun.
Yeah. And I'm going to, copyright and everything, but throw this in the
Very
music.
nice song.
It is a nice song. What else do we got here? Oh, yeah, we'll get to that here in a minute. 94, a bomb attack on the Jewish center AMA in Buenos Aires. 86 people were killed. Other source says the bombing of the Association Mutual Israelita Argentina, AMIA, the Argentine Jewish Community Center in Buenos Aires, killed 85 people, mostly Jewish, and injured 300. Well, what the hell is Israel doing in Argentina? That's a little weird.
Well, Jews live around the world.
But this is Israel.
Yeah.
This is, Association Mutual Israelita. What is Israel doing in Argentina?
Why can't they be in Argentina?
I'm not asking why Jews are in Argentina. I'm asking why Israel, the country, not the people of Israel, not the Israelites, Israel, the nation, why are they in Argentina? This is of Israel. Israelita, right? Association Mutual Israelita Argentina?
I guess.
The Argentine Jewish Community Center. It sounds like it's the country Israel invading Argentina now. What the hell?
I don't think it is, though.
Yeah. 94, comet Schumacher levy's largest collision with Jupiter left a black spot 12,000 kilometers across. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, trying to find it right here. There it is.
Oh.
It's that little spot right there. So,
Whoa.
from the Hubble Space Telescope.
Yeah.
Court upheld NBA salary cap and draft rights. What does that mean?
Court upheld NBA salary
Cap. So I guess
and draft rights.
Yeah.
In other words, the court said, yes, NBA, you can have a salary cap
Okay.
on your team, or you'll pay a penalty. I'm just saying the way it is now. So it's legal to have that cap.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it's structured, if you do, you're going to pay a fine.
If you go beyond the cap.
Above it.
Okay.
And the other part was the draft rights. In other words, they're complaining that someone comes out of college and they're drafted, that kid has no choice but to go to that team. And they have the right to do that.
Dang. That's almost like slavery.
Well, you only get them for a limited period of time, and
Yeah.
then they can go anywhere they want. They're already going to make millions. That's a hell of a way to be a slave.
Well, I mean, a lot of these athletes and everything, they don't have any discipline and all that stuff, so they blow through their money by the time they're 40. So does the money even matter?
I think that happens on occasion now, but not like it used to. Because
I don't know. Shaquille O'Neal is a panderer. He's in so many commercials because he's penniless.
he's not penniless.
Well,
The man is wealthy.
Then why is he in so many commercials? Why is he so desperate?
He wants to see still out there making money. He likes making money.
It just seems desperate to me. Seems
That's
like
why he can say to his kid, 2 degrees or you don't get my cheese.
Yep.
Because he's got plenty of it.
All right. To me, it just seems desperate to lower yourself to such, being on commercials for certain things.
Why?
Have some decency.
What's the matter with pitching stuff if you believe in it?
Well, it's not that he believes. It's just it's lowball. So he does freaking
Everything. No, he's all over the place.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. He does things that really damage his image, in my opinion.
No, I have never seen anything that damages his image.
It just seems it just seems
move on.
pathetic. 94, Houston Astros tie National League comeback record, trailing 10-0, defeating Cardinals 15-12. 94, during the Rwandan genocide, the Rwandan Patriotic Front took control of Gisenyi in northwestern Rwanda, forcing the interim government into Zaire and ending the genocide. 95, Dreams from My Father, a memoir by Barack Hussein Obama, was published by Times Books. 95 as well, on the Caribbean island of Montserrat, the Sauveur Hills volcano erupted. Over the course of several years, it devastated the island, destroying the capital, forcing most of the population to flee. 1 year later, storms provoked severe flooding on the Saguenay River, beginning one of Quebec's costliest natural disasters ever, but it doesn't tell us how much did it cost, So, Saguenay flood, alright. $1.5 billion, apparently, it costs. Canada dollars. Alright. 96, the UN approved, I'm just going to throw this Wikipedia right here, just have it here. All right. What else we got here? 96. The UN approved an Iraqi aid distribution plan. A major step forward in the direction of allowing Iraq to sell oil under Resolution 986. Battle of Mulattudu, the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam captured the Sri Lanka's army base, killing over 1,200 soldiers. Yikes.
Ooh.
Yeesh. 99, New York Yankees David Cone became the 15th pitcher to throw a perfect game, 6-0 versus Montreal. Who was the first?
Yeah.
2001, Chris Sharma completed the first ascent of the route realization / biography in Suisse, France, the world's first consensus 9A+, 5.15A routes. 2008, Billy Joel performed last of 2 concerts dubbed The Last Play at Shea, the final concert event before demolition of the 1964 baseball stadium in Flushing Meadows, Queens, New York City, featuring guests include Roger Daltrey, Tony Bennett, Garth Brooks, and Paul McCartney.
Roger Daltrey is with the Who.
Ah, the Who?
Who? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
2009, 5 members of one family were found murdered at Epping, New South Wales. Yikes. 2012, 6 Israeli tourists were killed and 30 were injured after a bomb exploded on a tourist bus at Bruges Airport, Bulgaria. Jeez. Another source says at least 7 were killed, with 32 others injured after a bomb exploded on an Israeli tour bus at Bruges Airport, Bulgaria. Now, why is Israel, in Bulgaria?
They're on a tour bus.
An Israeli tour bus operated by Israel.
Well, that means there's Israel, it just means they got on a tour bus. They came over to tour the place, and they booked a bus for their group. That's what it means.
So why not just call it a bus? It sounds like this is a company that runs, things regularly.
They may be bloviating to make it sound more than it is.
I don't know. Anyway, 2012, Kim Jong-un was officially appointed supreme leader of the North Korea and given the rank of marshal in the Korean People's Army. Syrian suicide bombing killed 3 high-profile government officials, including Syria's Minister of Defense. That is not good. Violence across Syria resulted in 97 deaths. That's a lot of serious things happening one after another. 2013, Detroit, Michigan filed for bankruptcy, becoming the largest U.S. municipal bankruptcy ever at $18.5 billion with a B in debt. So, other source, though, says the government of Detroit, with up to $20 billion in debt, filed for the largest municipal bankruptcy in U.S. history. Thanks to diversity,
Yeah, way to go.
You get rid of all the white people, and then everything goes to shit. 2014, the Israeli Defense Force, IDF, called for 18,000 additional reserve soldiers in a campaign against Gaza. How can you call yourself a defense force if you have an offensive campaign? Because it's a lie. They should be called the Israeli Offense Force because they're not defending shit. They're taking.
How do you know that?
Because they're literally against Gaza right here in a campaign.
Gaza doesn't say they're attacking Gaza.
They're not defending about Gaza. They're going against Gaza. If they were defending about Gaza, they'd say defending against Gaza, not campaign against Gaza. Like, they're not defending.
So you're not asking at all what preluded this. Why did they call up 18,000 additional service soldiers?
Because the locals don't like getting conquered. Before 1948, it was their land. I don't know what else to tell you. 2014, the Islamic State of Iraq and Levant required Christians to either accept Dhimmi status, immigrate from ISIL lands, or be killed. 2015, The Sun, the newspaper in Britain, controversially published old picture and video of Queen Elizabeth giving Nazi salute in 1933.
Yikes.
She is a German, there it is. That's from a newspaper right there. Let's see if this is even on YouTube, if I can find anything. Oh, look at that. There's nothing there. So I'm going to look this up actually right here. Let's see here. Young Elizabeth yet on CNN actually. There it is. Ooh, so there's a video right here.
The Sun released a 17-second film showing Queen Elizabeth at about 6 years old when she was just a princess, her sister Princess Margaret at her side, the Queen Mother, and their uncle, the Prince of Wales. Now, the film appears to show the royals performing the Nazi salute. The palace says, quote, it has been obtained...
Trying to find the actual film here.
Now, the Queen's uncle Edward was accused of being a Nazi sympathizer
Yeah,
during the rise of Hitler.
Anyway, 2015, PayPal is spun off from eBay as a separate publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. Elon Musk had nothing to do with it. You know, he did not make PayPal. He stole it. 2018 as well, 44 forest fires in Sweden as far north as the Arctic Circle prompted Swedish government to request extra assistance with drought and warm weather to blame. You were going to say something?
No.
Okay. Cliff Richard won privacy case against the BBC for reporting he was being investigated over historic this stuff assaults. I don't even want to read this. It's disgusting. Speaking of Mr. Chip Your Brain, Elon Musk apologized for calling British caver diver and Thai rescue pedo guy after widespread criticism and fall in Tesla stock price. Oh yeah, that's right. Remember that?
What that means.
Remember we were covering the kids in Thailand?
No.
Yeah, that was getting rescued.
Yeah.
Elon Musk called one of the rescuers a pedophile. He called him a pedo guy because he was popping out of the ground with a child or something.
Oh.
Well, this is coming, from the world's first trillionaire, a lying, conniving son of a gun from South Africa, who's just nothing but lies his entire life. 2018, Google fined a record $5.1 billion by the EU for abusing its power in mobile phone market. 2018 as well, lava from the Kilauea volcano eruption has now destroyed 700 homes and added 700 acres to Big Island, confirms Hawaii National Guard. Wow. So that's kind of interesting. It's destroying homes, but it's building more land at the same time. 2018 as well, New Earth geological age announced the Mega Halayan age 4,200 years ago to the present by the International Commission of Stratigraphy. All right. Nicaraguan government announced Messiah was back under its control after violent clashes with anti-government protesters. 17 men were charged with the gang struggle of a 12-year-old girl in Chennai, India. I'm going to look this up. I bet all the criminals are illegals and everything. Of a certain belief that says it's okay to do that. So yeah. Well, I'll just add this link here down. Horrible thing. I'll just put it in there as horrible thing. What else do we got here? 2018, Turkey ended its 2-year state of emergency. All right. 2019, arson attack on animated studio. Kyoto Animation Company in Kyoto, Japan, killed at least 33 people. So a man set fire to an anime studio in Fushimi-ku, Kyoto, Japan, killing 36 and injuring dozens of others. So there's an image of it. It's an anime studio, like Japanese animation and everything. Like, I personally don't like anime. I view it as a weapon that's being used to destroy the children of the West.
Talking about they're using it for indoctrination of kids?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But don't burn down studios.
No.
There's other ways to react.
No.
What else do we got here? 2019 children's songs, Baby Shark and Raining Tacos, used by the city of West Palm Beach, Florida, to drive away homeless people from the waterfront. They're using it as Vietnam-era anti-terror songs. That's hilarious. Like,
I don't get it, though. What?
The songs were so bad, they were used to drive away the homeless. Like, right here.
Okay.
Used by the city of West Palm Beach, Florida, to drive away homeless people because they're so bad. Like, let me show it to you. Like, it's literally like the song is literally like Baby Shark do 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 do, Baby Shark do do do. That's literally the song. Like. I mean, yeah, that's the song. It's kill me.
Okay, now I get it.
2019, June 2019 was the hottest June in record with average worldwide temperature of 61.6 Fahrenheit or 16.4 Celsius, according to the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. 2019, one of the world's earliest mosques at 1,200 years old was discovered by archaeologists in Israel's Negev desert. Wow. Let's check this out here. No, yeah, hold on. That's not what I wanted. I want this here. Image search. There we go. This one. Here we go. So this is the outline here. Oh wow, they're praying in it, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. They're bringing it back to use, dude. That is awesome. Wow. 2023 as well. What else we got here? The city of Phoenix, Arizona broke a 5-decade heat record, recording 19 consecutive days of temperature at or above 110 degrees Fahrenheit or 43.3 Celsius. Overnight low of 97 Fahrenheit or 36.1 Celsius. Highest since 1989.
Jeez.
Wow.
How'd you like it to be 97 at night?
No.
Is there cool down?
Kill me. In 2023, wildfire season in British Columbia became the most destructive in record, burning 14,100 square kilometers of land and surpassing the 2018 record. Wow.
Now they got a bunch of fires going up in Canada again.
Yeah, this was 390 fires still alight. Wow, look at this. Yeah. Look at this image. Yeah. Look at that. Holy crap, dude. Wow. 2024, Bangladeshi student protesters stormed the state broadcaster as part of national protest led by students against job system that favors relatives of veterans. And last but not least, Chinese Third Plenum, a 5-year decision-making summit, ended with a focus on Chinese modernization and laid groundwork for an unprecedented 4th term for Winnie the Pooh of West Taiwan.
What a surprise.
Yeah. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, please, check the underbar description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, and these links will be down there in about 10 or so minutes. So what code word should we say for them to let us know that they're still watching at this time?
Rome.
Rome. Yeah, Rome. Put Rome
Roman.
Put Rome in the comment section. Roman, whatever.
Either one. You can go either way.
Yeah. Anyway, a lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis, and we can only bring you a portion from 2 sources. We have gone through our 31-page document in this hour and change, and we have gone, in this show. It is up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness, with a yearn to learn, to see outside what you think you know, to grow and find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those who see their opinions differently from our own and find a better way to be better to one another. For your dose of past events daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I'm Mayo Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, and until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe.